Have you ever heard a sound that doesn't belong? A deep, metallic groan that seems to come not from the street below, but from the very sky above. All across the globe, from bustling cities to remote villages, people are recording these strange, trumpet-like noises. They echo for minutes, sometimes hours, then vanish as mysteriously as they appeared. What are they? For years, these recordings have surfaced online, often dismissed as hoaxes or misunderstood natural phenomena. But the sheer volume and consistency of these reports are becoming harder to ignore. We hear them from Canada, Germany, Ukraine, Australia, the United States, the list goes on. Witnesses describe the sound as unsettling, something that vibrates deep in your chest, a sound that feels ancient and powerful. Scientists have offered various explanations. Some suggest they could be skyquakes, seismic booms generated by atmospheric events. Others point to tectonic plates grinding against each other, the sound traveling up through the earth. Some even propose it's the hum of our own industrial world, focused and amplified by strange atmospheric conditions. But none of these theories fully explain the distinct, melodic, almost musical quality that so many people report. It sounds less like a random natural event and more like a declaration, and it's not just the sounds. Look up. Mysterious lights have been appearing over major cities, formations that defy conventional explanation. They hover, they dance, they disappear in an instant. Are they drones, advanced military craft, or something else entirely? Simultaneously, our planet seems to be groaning under an increasing strain. Earthquakes are shaking regions once thought stable. Storms are growing in intensity, with hurricanes and typhoons rewriting the record books year after year. Solar eclipses cross continents, casting eerie shadows that have captivated and unsettled civilizations for millennia. It feels as though creation itself is trying to get our attention, screaming through wind, water, and fire. When you look at the state of our world, the feeling intensifies. We've navigated a global pandemic that brought civilization to a standstill. We watch conflicts ignite and spread, displacing millions and redrawing maps. Economic uncertainty feels like a constant hum in the background of our lives. It's easy to feel like we're standing on the edge of something monumental, a shift so profound that it's being mirrored not just in our societies but in the skies and the earth itself. This convergence of strange phenomena has led many to look back at ancient texts, at prophecies from cultures and religions all over the world. Many of these traditions speak of a time of great change, an era preceded by signs in the heavens and turmoil on the earth. They speak of trumpets. In many ancient scriptures, the sounding of a trumpet is a powerful symbol. It's a call to arms, a royal announcement, or most ominously, a warning of impending judgment, a signal that a divine clock is ticking down. Consider the book of Revelation in the Christian Bible. It describes 7 trumpets, sounded by angels, each one unleashing a different calamitous event upon the earth. The first brings hail and fire. The second turns the sea to blood. The third poisons the waters. These are vivid, dramatic allegories for widespread destruction and upheaval. For many believers, the strange sounds in the sky are not just a curiosity. They are a chilling echo of these ancient warnings. They ask, could we be hearing a prelude to these prophesied events? Are these the first faint notes of a symphony that has been foretold for 2,000 years? Of course, it's easy to dismiss this as coincidence or confirmation bias. Our brains are wired to find patterns, to connect dots, especially during times of stress. When we're anxious about the state of the world, we look for signs that confirm our fears. A strange sound in the sky isn't just a sound, it becomes a prophecy. A powerful storm isn't just weather, it's a judgment. This is a natural human response to uncertainty. We want the world to make sense. And sometimes, a terrifying prophecy feels more comforting than the idea that we are living in a universe of pure, meaningless chaos. But what if it's not just in our heads? What if we are actively choosing to ignore signals that are becoming clearer every day? Think about it. We live in an age of unprecedented distraction. Our faces are buried in screens, our ears are filled with headphones, and our minds are occupied with an endless stream of digital noise. We are, perhaps, more disconnected from the natural world, from the sky, the earth, the very rhythm of the planet than any generation before us. Is it possible that the universe is trying to send a message, but we've simply forgotten how to listen? The idea isn't new. Ancient cultures were deeply attuned to the sky. The stars were their calendar, the sun and moon their guides. An unexpected comet or eclipse wasn't just an astronomical event. It was a message from the gods, a sign that could herald the birth of a king or the fall of an empire. They believed the cosmos was speaking to them directly. We, with all our scientific knowledge, have largely lost that perspective. We explain away the mystery, file the phenomena under unsolved, and move on to the next notification on our phones. We've traded wonder for data, and awe for analysis. But the sounds persist, the lights continue to appear, the earth continues to tremble. Let's set aside prophecy for a moment and just consider the facts. Our planet is changing. Our climate is becoming more volatile. The sounds from the sky, whatever their origin, are real enough to be recorded on hundreds of devices. We don't have all the answers. Science, for all its power, is still grappling with these mysteries. Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in the middle, not in a literal interpretation of ancient texts, but not in a cold clinical dismissal either. Maybe these signs are not a divine judgment, but a natural consequence. A planet crying out under the weight of our actions. The trumpets could be the sound of an ecosystem in distress. The plagues could be the pandemics and conflicts that arise from our own choices. In this view, the prophecy is not a script written by a deity, but a warning written by the laws of cause and effect. We are not being punished by an angry God. We are experiencing the results of our own neglect and division. The message remains the same: change course, or face the consequences. Whether you see these events as the fulfillment of ancient prophecy, unexplained natural phenomena, or a symbolic wake-up call from the planet itself, one thing is undeniable: the world is speaking. The sky is no longer silent. The ground beneath our feet is no longer stable. We are living in a time of profound uncertainty and rapid transformation. The easy thing to do is to ignore it, to label it all as a coincidence and go about our day. The harder thing is to stop, to listen, and to ask ourselves, what is this message, and what are we going to do about it? The time for dismissing these strange events as isolated incidents is running out. The evidence is mounting, and the chorus of unexplained sounds and sights is growing louder. The choice, ultimately, is ours. Do we continue to ignore the signs, hoping they'll simply go away? Or do we have the courage to face the possibility that something fundamental is changing, and that we are being called to pay attention before it's too late? The next time you hear a strange sound on the wind, don't just dismiss it. Look up, listen. The prophecy may already be underway. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration of one of the most compelling mysteries of our time. What do you think? Have you heard these sounds? Let me know your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you found this journey as fascinating as I did, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more deep dives into the unexplained. Stay curious and stay aware.